Rockwell Nation, Rockwell Johnny here, and today's a very special day. In fact, it's a great day. We're hanging out with the Rockwell Ring Girls. Now, if you've ever been to Fierce Fighting Championship, it's probably one of the premier mixed martial arts combat sports organizations in the Western United States. And these gals are a staple at every show. They bring so much entertainment and excitement to the fights, and we're just proud to be hanging out with them and the fact that they are rocking the Rockwell brand. Hillary, let's talk a little bit about the dynamic. You guys are friends. A little bit about Fierce Fighting and what it's like being involved in the show.
Yeah, so my husband, Zach, is the COO and matchmaker for Fierce, and so that's kind of how I got into it. Kirsten used to work with him, and so she actually was our first ring girl and kind of got it all started, and I was just helping and supporting at home, doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And then I said, hey, I want to be a ring girl too. And I want to get out there and I want to do this. And it's just turned into a friendship. And, you know, these two have been friends for a long time. So she brought Andrea on and gone full force into it. It's become a family thing and it's so fun.
Talk a little about the first time you stepped inside the cage, holding that ring card. What was it like?
Sure. The first time I ever did an event with Fierce was at the Maverick Center, which is overwhelming. It's a big place to be, and the floor is freezing cold. But I worked with a beautiful girl, and we had a great time. It was her first time ever doing anything like that, so I was able to take her under my wing. And I just remember telling Zach and Sagen when I left, I would love to do it again as many times as they'd like to have me back, and I've been doing it pretty consistently ever since.
They're like, full time, this is it, this is your job now, this is what you're doing. Also, tell us about, you know, some of the people that you've met, kind of, once again, kind of that family dynamic. One of the things I love about Fierce and being, being a sponsor over this last year is it's like that family dynamic. You sometimes just see that in different sports, but it's like everybody gets along, and even the different cornermen and then the fighters, but like the promotion itself seems kind of like this family oriented type of experience. So maybe just talk a little bit about you guys being friends and how close you are, and a little bit about that.
When it was just me, I didn't know all the other ring girls that would be coming, and Zach and Sagen had reached out to me and said, hey, do you have a friend that wants to come? And I think that dynamic really helped us build a family unit, because I was friends with Zach and Sagen prior to Fierce being part of their world. And then when I was brought into that, me and Hillary got really close, and then there was a need, and I brought Andrea just one time and she loved it, and so she just kept coming. And I think over time we just have really built what we call a Fierce family unit, and it wasn't always that way. For a while, it wasn't always that way, but over the years, it's kind of refined itself. We've all found our role and also helped each other fulfill each other's roles. And I think that's the most important thing, is like knowing what our job is, fulfilling our job prior to fight night, as well as during fight night, and then seeing what needs to be done and stepping in and help. And that's created a Fierce family for us.
All right, so here, Andrea, tell us about the first time you've ever been to a mixed martial arts event. I mean, it can be a little overwhelming. You step in, they're in there, they're in a cage, they're mixing it up. What was it like?
It was fantastic. So Kirsten invited me to the first ring girl, and I walked out there and I was like, we're at the Maverick Center for this, and we get to see these fights this close up. Like, I've always been a big fan of fighting, so that was really, I would say, terrifying and also awesome at the same time. To be, front row center, blood everywhere.
Sure.
It was awesome.
So, you guys obviously being ring girls is probably just one little fun little thing that you get to do. What else do you do? What are some of the other things that you do kind of leading into? What's your normal day-to-day life like?
Honestly, I have the easiest out of these guys. So my fiance is the cage announcer, and so I get to see all the hard work that he puts in. So I pretty much just make him breakfast and bring him coffee, and then I just show up. I pretty much got the easiest job out of everybody, but
hey, you can't beat it. Listen. There comes with perks, right? Now, did you guys meet at Fierce? Did you tell me a little bit about that dynamic?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. So Kirsten, like I said, called me. Like, it was on like a Thursday and said, "What are you doing Saturday? Do you want to come to the Maverick Center with me?" And then I ended up meeting Jackson that same night. And then that's about it. That's it.
Kind of hit it off, and then that was it. That's the story. Yeah, and he's a fantastic announcer. He does a really good job. I've been in the fight game a long time. 2004 till now, and I've seen a very, different variations of announcers. He does a fantastic job. So you can let him know that I said that. Nobody can see it here. He does a great job. Yeah, he's incredible. So at the end of the day, if you had any advice for a future ring girl, maybe trying to get into the biz, we know there's some funny things that happen in the ins and outs. Talk a little bit about that. If you could give them some advice, what would it be?
Oh, geez. Just walk around people as easily as you can so you don't trip, I would say. These girls, make sure that you, watch your feet wherever you're stepping. There's cameramen everywhere, and sometimes you get out there, you feel a little awkward, but I just say smile. That's pretty much what these girls told me to do. Just be confident. Just walk out there, smile, and that's about it.
It's not like there's a school for ring girling. It's like you go, hey, I want to become a ring girl, then you go to class and you learn how to do. How does someone get involved? If there was a way that you could kind of explain it, how would that be?
So obviously for us, it was just through personal connections with my husband running it and Kirsten working with him previously to Fierce. But there are people that have reached out to Zach just through Fierce's website, or coaches even will be like, hey, we've got a fighter or just a girl that we know that's really interested, or somebody's, my wife or my girlfriend. And so fighters will reach out. But I'd say really just reach out to the promotion. We're pretty set where we're at right now.
I think you're set. You guys, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, I would be upset if I didn't see you guys at one of the shows. I'd be like, wait.
But I'd say like for other like local regional shows or whatever, reach out to the promotion on their Instagram or whatever through their website, and just sell yourself. Like, just say, hey, I think this would be awesome. You've got to have that fun, outgoing personality and just be able to have fun with it. It doesn't have to be all serious and crazy. Like, I think us having fun is what people enjoy seeing.
I was just going to say, once again, if you've never been to a Fierce Fighting event, check it out. Not only are the fights awesome, but you guys do a fantastic job. The engagement, you're having fun. I think that brings a level of just a little bit something different to the fights. So I would encourage you to go check out Fierce Fighting Championships, the Masonic Temple. That's kind of their home. They do big shows a few times a year at the Maverick Center, as these gals have discussed. But you can definitely check them out. Instagram, Facebook. They have their website. Check it out, and make sure if you do and you go to the show, come say hi to the Rockwell Ring Gals. They're awesome, and I promise you they'll greet you with a smile. For Rockwell Nation, I'm Johnny, and we'll check you guys out next time.